All right, going back in time, the 1972 for Archie's Joke Book. This is number 171. We're going to flip it over so you can see the front cover. We'll see the back cover. And then I'm going to let the light shine all over the front of it. As you check it out, look it over, you can certainly take my word for what condition it may be in, but I'd much rather you use your best expertise, your best knowledge, and check it out. Check out any of these little, you got a little tear right there, you got some creasing. The staples aren't too bad, although you do have some major spine roll on there. It's a 15 center, so it's going back quite a long time. We're going to flip it back over on this side as well. And this allows you to use your best judgment in determining what you want in your collection, as we would like to see. So head on in, we'll check some of the interior pages just to see if there's any kind of, you can see some tearing a little bit in the pages. It's still a nice readable copy, but there's definitely stress. And it looks like we may have lost a staple. So you can see the staple has come loose right there. I believe it's still present based on what we're looking at, but it has come loose. So now you know about what we know about this piece. For you to make your decision, if you want it, you can head on over to TheBigToyAuction.com and leave your pre-bids now. We're going to move on to 182 of Archie's Laugh Out Joke Book. We'll show you that front cover again. We'll also show you the back cover, and then we'll do the same. We'll let the light tell the tale as we shine the light on all these cracks and crevices, all the little nooks and crannies, so you'll be able to see for yourself anything like this little crease, a little tear right there, some stress on the spine and the staples. You got a couple of issues right here and around the other side as well. We're going to flip it onto the back, see what we need to see right there. And then we're going to show you some of the interiors, which do not look bad. This is a nice reader copy. It's a great one to fill some holes in your collection. I don't know that it's one that you'd send in and get graded, but we don't tell you how to collect. I'll also point out right here, in case it wasn't obvious before, I do want to point out that some of these have gotten a little bit of doggy earring, and we'll show you this side, a little stress on the cover. So now you know everything that we know about that book. We're going to move on to number 183 of Archie's Joke Book. From Archie's Comics is 1973, about 50 years old, and showing some of its age, although I wish I look as good at 50 as this one does. We're going to flip it over right here, shine that light, let it really reflect off there so you can see everything that you would see if you were here in the gallery with us. So not too bad. Of course, we do this in 4K. Sometimes it gets downscaled depending on what platform you're using to see it, but we started off in 4K so you can really look and get a feel for what it is. Zoom in, rewind, go forward, etc. until you are happy knowing the condition of this book. A couple of the interiors just to give you an idea of quality and condition of the pages before we move on to number 188 of Archie's Laugh Out Joke Book. We'll see the front cover. We'll see the back cover. We'll shine that light on it so you can see every little nook and cranny. Let the light get into all those hard-to-find spots and show you issues like along the spine. A little bit of loss right here at the corner that you might not be able to see, so I'm going to point it out to you. Couple of creases right here, the same on the back. Not looking too bad right there, so certainly a nice readable copy as we show you right here. Some stress on the staples, but cover is still intact and attached. As we move on here to Archie's Joke Book number 203. Front cover. We'll show you the back cover. I'm going to let the light shine on it so you can see there's quite a few issues here along the spine. It's not only got roll, but I'm amazed that this cover managed to hang on at all, but it's there. You got some issues right here, a couple of tears along the spine. The rest of the cover is certainly nice. It presents well. No major paper loss on the rest of the cover. In fact, there might not be any paper loss at all, but a couple of creases and such here and there. I'm going to show you the back is more of the same. Let that light get in there so you can take your time with it later on and really look at it. There's also the photos at TheBigToyAuction.com. You can see those in the catalog in the same spot where you leave your pre-bids. Ask any questions there as well through the messaging system. We'll be happy to discuss things with you. And just the tiniest little tear right there. You can see that there on the back, but otherwise not too bad. Considering what that cover is doing at the spine, I am amazed that these staples are holding on as well as they are, but there you have it. We've got number 205 of Archie's Joke Book from Archie. Show you that front. Show you the back. And we're going to jump right into it. This cover has seen better days. Could use a nice pressing and cleaning. But overall, not too shabby. Surprisingly little, a couple of ticks and stuff here on the spine, but not too bad given its overall age. I'll show you the same on the back here as we wiggle jiggle the light all along the surface, and then I'll show you a few of the pages, the interior, so you can get an idea of quality and condition of these ones. Moving on to the Archie's Joke Book, number 206 from 1975. Flip it over on the back. This would have been March, I believe. Yep, that's what the front tells us. And I keep thinking that's some ink there, but no, it's Archie just skiing down some slope somewhere, having a grand old time. We'll let that light really get in there so you can see. Surprisingly good condition. This is the one major flaw that I see here. It's a little bit of a gouge where it caught on something in its 50 some odd years, 49 maybe years. And then a few issues around the edges, but not too shabby. Certainly a good readable copy. Great one to fill some holes in that collection. And then we'll show you just a few of the interior pages before we move on to number 207 of Archie's Joke Book, April of 75. Flip it over on the back as well. So now you've seen both covers, but let's really dive into them. See what there is there. Let the light tell its tale. You see a few creases here and there, a little bit of wrinkling, but not too bad. The top right corner is what seemed to get the brunt of it. And even that wasn't all that terrible. I'll show you a couple of the interiors before we show you the splash. And that's going to do it for Archie's Joke Book number 207.